Good morning. Yes, it's a good morning today. Why is it a good morning?
Because we are in Austria.
Yes, we are in Austria. Super random. We did not expect to come here, but it was the cheapest way in budget fashion travel to get from point A to point B to point C to point D, something
Something
like
like
that.
that.
But we were making our way from Spain to go back to the US. So we had to stop by Rome because our round trip ticket is from Iceland. And the cheapest way to get to Iceland from the rest of Europe is through Rome.
Yep.
But then we noticed that there was a cheaper way if we had a layover in Austria. So we booked a layover in Austria and we're here for about 30 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
But what makes the day even better?
Because we're going to go on a free walking tour and then our hotel is pretty much free.
Yeah, so basically what ended up happening is last night when we checked into the hotel guy was like, oh, it's not included with free breakfast in there. So what did you do, Kat, this morning?
I called Capital One. I was like, hey, this offers free breakfast on the listing. But the guy in the front desk was like, no.
So they confirmed it and then decided to just credit us about like 90% of what we pay for the hotel. So basically most of it. So that's free, and we have travel credit for our next booking.
Yep.
And we keep telling you got to get this Capital One card. So we'll post the link in the caption, in the comments, all of that. Make sure you sign up for it if you qualify in the U.S.
Yeah.
Because it's worth it by far. And then I was like, you know what? We book our tours on Get Your Guide or Klook. I needed to book it on Get Your Guide. But I was like, it might be cheap if we book directly with them. So what I ended up doing is I went to the tour company, and then I was like, let me see. And we wanted to do like a historical World War II tour because Austria was part of like Nazi Germany, I think the Third Reich.
Yeah.
And we wanted to just learn more about like the Holocaust and everything that happened. So when I went on there, I was like, oh, they have something even better. They have a free city tour. So it's not a historical tour, but it's a city tour highlighting the facts and everything about the city or the architecture. So we decided to do that instead. So we're going to make our way to that. It starts at 2 o'clock. But what we're going to do now is we're just going to go grab some lunch. Ready?
Yes, let's go.
Or brunch, I guess I should say. And after only 30 minutes in Austria, this place is totally beautiful. Like the weather is perfect. Then you have this Renaissance Art Deco style buildings, the churches, like all of this on the way to get food. We discovered something. Because this is like the home of like classical music. But food here costs a lot, and most of the restaurants are like fancier and nicer. And we are not. But I thought they said that like Eastern Europe was cheaper than Western Europe. But like the McDonald's coffee here is the same price as a cafe or coffee in Italy. Like double the price of Spain, double the price of Morocco, France, all of that. So we'll see with the rest of the time. Maybe because we're like in the city, but I don't know. So our first meal is not Austrian. We got Turkish food. Some donut kebab. How was it?
Better than the one I had in Madrid, for sure.
Which one? Oh yeah, that one Cat talking about. It was good. That one in Madrid tasted. It was whack. I don't know what flavor was in it. It was like thousand. I don't know what it was. It wasn't good to me. She thought it was good.
This is better.
By far, because this tastes like it should taste actually. Funny, I just watched the video back and I have a whole bunch of white stuff on my lips, but it's okay. The food is good. My wrap, donut, something like that, was $6.40, I think, and then her donut sandwich was $6.90, just because she got the Oriental one. So this one is €1 more than that one, but she got the upgraded sandwich, so it's about the same price. She's like, the cat's not even talking, like, she's just focused. Now that I'm satisfied, I continue on going to the next place with my sparkling water, which is the biggest issue here in Europe. So if you don't have Wi-Fi, you're like taking a guess, especially for me, because I only drink water in glass bottles. So you're taking a guess if it's still water or sparkling water. And not everywhere in Europe do they convert or just say like in the sticker still sparkling. It's usually in their own language. So with this one, I shook it and I pretended like, you know, like you shake a soda, you shake sparkling water, it should fizz up a lot more than normal water. It did not. It wasn't until after I left the store and opened it that I realized it was sparkling water. It was already too late. So prickelnd, I don't know how you say it in German. That's sparkling. If it says mild, that's sparkling. If it says ohm or OHME, It might be OME, that is still water, so don't make the same mistake as me. But they do also have drinking fountains here, just like they did in Italy. Just not as common, but there are a few fountains spread around the city. So Austria does have a train and bus system, but we decided to walk. I mean, our time is limited, and this was a way to see as much as possible. From our hotel, it took us about 45 minutes to get here. An hour with the stop to get food and the grocery store. Like I mentioned earlier, the weather is super beautiful. You have people just chilling on the grass, having picnics, just relaxing. You have people doing, I don't know what he was doing up there. And then this beautiful building that hopefully we learn more about later. And finally, we met up with our tour guide, and the tour is starting now. So right now, we're walking around the Hofburg Gardens, and this is one of the palaces from the famous family. I didn't know too much about them, but apparently they ruled like a lot of Eastern Europe, and they pretty much ran the empire for like 600 years. I honestly forgot when he said this palace exactly was built, but what surprised me and what stood in my mind was the fact that he said that it goes 7 levels down, and there's over 2,500 units or spaces in the building. I mean, 2,500 rooms, that is crazy. The one last thing that he was saying was that one of the empresses in the family got shot towards the end, and that's what kind of started World War I. So basically, people kicked the family out, didn't want them here. They ended up moving to Canada and weren't being able to allow back onto the throne and stuff like that. And then he said recently there's been talks of them coming back here, but they're not living in the palace, and because by law, Austria doesn't want them ruling just because of the history they had and the violence after they were trying to take back the throne after World War I. But apparently now the son that should be, or this like great grandson or something like that, that should be the king or the empress, or emperor, I guess I should say. It's like an F1 driver, a NASCAR driver, and does sports car racing, which is kind of funny.
It's the area. It's like a huge construction site for almost half a century. With a beautiful result. The city center. So behind this high city.
Hi. What do you think of the tour so far?
So far, it's good. Anything that's free is always good. The weather out here is crazy. It gets
like
hot,
hot,
and then
cold.
it gets cold. So the second part of this tour brought us to this like governmental area, which is pretty beautiful and nice. There's this open area, and I believe he said this was the UN building. So there's like the UN building, other parliament buildings over here, and nice views actually. First Vienna coffee and a strudel, which is what they're known for. So he said that there's a lot of cinnamon in here, so a lot of people don't like it because of it, but I love cinnamon. We got this beautiful view of the Saint what?
Peter's
Cathedral, but he called it Saint something Peter's first.
Oh.
Yeah, let's try it.
All right. Is it cinnamony?
Not really. I mean, it is, but it's not too much. I don't know what they're talking about. And it's slightly warm too. With some ice cream, this would be fire. This is like a baby espresso. It like went up to like right here for €1. A regular latte was like €4.
That's how they get you. The only thing that's $1 is this little thing right here. It's like a half a shot of espresso. Ristretto.
So the cafe actually had a large selection of food and bakery items and a lot of pretty decorations, so you can get photos if you want it. But this was kind of cool. Look at this little car thing.
So we accidentally called it St. Peter's Church. St. Peter's Church is like 200 meters that way and it's smaller. This is actually St. Stephen's Church. PH,
Cathedral.
not V. St. Stephen's Cathedral. Cathedral Church, same thing. It's built in the medieval times because I believe the Roman Empire, and then when that got converted to Austria, or before Austria, when it was like a European empire type thing, they built this, and this was once the tallest structure in all of Europe.
It's beautiful.
By law, it couldn't be that way until the country became Austria, and that changed, obviously. But it is pretty big. It's pretty huge. I didn't know this existed here. But then we got this guy over here that looks like he's wearing like a Mexican flag, Catholic thingy. I don't know what's going on. That's not even the Austria flag color. That's
Like Italian, Mexico.
Italian mix. I don't even know. Yeah, something like that. And he looks Middle Eastern. I don't know what
He looks like a guru.
Yeah, I don't know. See, told you, quick turnaround. We're already at the airport, making our way in our return journey. Unfortunately, this time we are heading back home with a quick layover in Iceland for like 2 hours, and then we get going.
And this is the bus we took. I think there's a train option, but at the time we arrived, only option, $20 round trip. We buy it at this kiosk right outside.
Overall, enjoyed our experience here in Austria. It is not what I expected.
Yeah, it was very different.
I don't think I had any expectations at all, actually, but
It was very diverse. The food we had was really good.
So we actually ordered at, let's be frank, corn ribs, Wiener Schnitzel, this bacon sauerkraut dish, which is really, really great, actually. All the food was, compared to this Icelandic hot dog we're going to try.
fortunately, there's no lounge here at the Reykjavik airport. So we're just going to eat the Icelandic hot dog. Haven't had one. The first time I came here, we're leaving finally, so gotta get one. Cat had it. It was pretty good, so I got myself one. It's like sauerkraut, some type of mustard, I think mayonnaise. I'm not sauerkraut. Onions, crispy onions as well, sauteed onions, and then some brown sauce, which is pretty good. It's actually one of the best hot dogs I've had. And meat itself seems pretty fresh.
And time to head back on our Play Airlines flight, which is actually $200 round trip from the US to Iceland. They will wear your carry-on, but you can carry on and watch our 1 month of Europe travel videos by clicking here.